Is the title of this video clickbait? Maybe a little bit. Do I think Cardano is entering a bear market right now? No. But in this video, I want to very candidly speak with you, talk to you about why preparing for that potential scenario of Cardano entering a bear market could be the most powerful thing that you do. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, turn the notification bells on. Let's jump into the Cardano video. Price actually, I'm looking at the 6-hour chart right now. Look at this. It really doesn't even look that bad. And I'm just zoomed out on the 6-hour. This is normal so far for Cardano and what it's been doing for months now. But I want to zoom out and I want to talk about some things. I want to have a quick conversation with you. This is Cardano on the weekly chart. And what I want to talk to you about is anticipating every scenario. I remember learning to drive and I almost got in an accident. My dad was sitting next to me. He's teaching me how to drive. And I almost got in the accident because I thought this other driver was going to do something and they didn't end up doing it. And I almost just ran right into them. And my dad was like, Danny, don't expect anything. Don't expect that they're going to do certain things. Anticipate every single scenario. Anticipate that they can do all of these different things and you're ready for all of these scenarios. And he taught me the same thing when I was playing baseball. You're in the field, anything can happen when the batter's up there, and you got to be prepared for all those scenarios. And ultimately, as I got older, he talked a lot about something he called extreme contrast analysis. It is envisioning the upside and downside of every decision you're about to make in life across the board. This changed the way that I approach business and the decisions within business and every other thing in my life. Extreme contrast analysis. It is to say, when looking at a chart right now, Cardano at $1.06 on the macro. Extreme contrast analysis would say, what if we did enter a bear market? What if that happened? What if, by September, Cardano's at 25 cents? What if Cardano, like many of us think, continues in this bull market? And what if by September, Cardano's $4, $5, $6? Those are the two scenarios that you need to anticipate. Don't expect either one to happen. Anticipate so that in this moment, you can base your decisions based on these speculative scenarios. And at the end of the day, in life, on the charts, in the volatility of crypto, we never know what will happen next. But we can make informed decisions based on what could potentially happen. And you have to utilize your own risk analysis in doing these things. We are all different, everybody. And when we start zooming in on the charts and looking at the 6-hour, everybody's so different in terms of what their risk tolerance is right now. We're testing just above $1 on Cardano. When did you enter Cardano? Everything is so different. But I really encourage you to zoom out on the charts and anticipate every scenario. And one of those scenarios is potentially, hey, crypto crashes, Bitcoin crashes, Cardano crashes. Do I think we're there? I don't. And I want to talk about that from just a purely technical analysis perspective. So let's do that. I want to start here, actually. I did a video. This was 3 days ago. You see this thumbnail here in the middle screen. Cardano, buckle up, breakout imminent. And it was basically, why is this going to be a big week for Cardano? And right before I'm uploading this video, I saw this comment on the video. This didn't age well. I don't know if you can see that. It said, this didn't age well, they said. And I think clearly they only looked at the thumbnail and they didn't watch the actual video. Here's a clip from that video. So a short-term breakout targets extending out of this symmetrical triangle setup to the downside right at this 786 area, 95 cents. So that is still just 100% in play. It will probably be an environment. I have been talking about that Fibonacci retracement for a while now, because on the daily chart, and you can see the daily chart here, it's just the setup. It's kind of more that midterm support level that we've been anticipating to the downside. I did a video a while ago talking about potentially a buy zone for Cardano, which is essentially the swing low to swing high, that all-time high for Cardano, and the potential for Cardano to visit this exact Fibonacci retracement. Now, not only are we in it right now, but you can just see the daily chart for the last week, wicking right into this area from this swing low back here. So right now, on the short-term charts, the midterm charts, Cardano is very simply putting in a higher low. We've broken out of this rising channel, the lower trend line. We've broken out of the downside. We've broken through the downside. We know we have that target down there in like the 75, 80 cent range. It's very much in play. In this bull market, it would, in my opinion, be very normal. It's no fun for that to happen. We're talking about downside of from that all-time high to, let's just say, 80 cents. If it happened, we're talking 48% correction for Cardano. But again, I want to go to the weekly chart and I want to discuss some things. It wasn't long ago that I was kind of just like personally, man, if Cardano like breaks 20 cents and 30 cents, that would be insane. Like this wasn't long ago that I personally was thinking these things. And right now I'm doing a video, it's $1.06. So we really need to kind of zoom out and put things into perspective, what Cardano is accomplishing. And this is just a stepping stone, this swing high. This really is a stepping stone. And this was kind of illustrating on the charts what was happening fundamentally, the Mary hard fork coming to mainnet. And interestingly, there's just something really cool about the fact that right here, this swing high was Shelly mainnet. So from a technical analysis perspective, kind of getting that synergy with what's happening behind the scenes with Cardano, it's normal to get just a lot of bullish momentum to the upside into an event like that, followed by consolidation to the downside for continuation to the upside. Now, there is so much still in store for Cardano. Smart contracts, Q2, everything else speculatively happening, liquidity events potentially coming soon, all of these things. I'm not going to discuss these things, but Coinbase, Grayscale, you know the deal. But this right now on the weekly chart is so important, and this is why Cardano was just extremely overbought, and it's finally cooling down, and it's cooling down in a similar manner that Bitcoin is, meaning we had this first swing high, consolidation, second swing high, consolidation. And if you go to Bitcoin and you look at that weekly momentum oscillator, I talked about this yesterday, we had a swing high, consolidation, second swing high, consolidation. Now Bitcoin's making a bounce before Cardano is this time around. That's fine. And for Bitcoin to kind of even continue rising and Cardano just keeps consolidating, 100% fine, 100% normal, especially in this bull market. But again, we go to the weekly chart and we look at, okay, so Cardano is doing something healthy, which is cooling down a little bit. I must remind you, Ethereum in its last bull market, just crazy gains, right? Smart contracts, that was the talk of the town back then for Ethereum and what they were doing. And we had a dip, and that's not the right tool. We had a dip to the downside for Ethereum right in the middle of that last bull market, 70% to the downside. So when we start looking at this zoomed in chart and we start saying, okay, well, what could this total dip be for Cardano? And I'm trying to find the price range tool. What could this look like? And we're starting to say, okay, if we hit like a 75, 80 cent target, that's a 50% dip. Well, Ethereum dipped 70% in the last bull market. And it's really a great altcoin to compare Cardano to, especially everybody's always arguing Cardano versus Ethereum. I'm not down for that, but from a technical analysis perspective, being this is Cardano's first full cycle bull market, and this was Ethereum's full cycle bull market, there's just a lot of historical data that we can use from those charts. And one of those things suggests that, yeah, a 50% dip would be 100% normal in this market. And so here we are on the zoomed in charts. There's a 6 hour. I want to discuss, in the very short term, what we could look for. We know we have that Fibonacci support that we just tracked on the daily chart. And I'll chart it here real quick. Swing low to swing high. We're testing that support right now. You can see on the very short term, Cardano getting a 618 kind of support. That 786, remember, down here in the 95-cent range. If that happened, Cardano still, and then this is kind of that last resort of support down here before potentially really getting that true break to the 75-80 cent target. But it's bouncing right now for a potential higher low from this last swing low. So what's interesting to me with this move right now, and I don't know how it's going to play out. This is what I'm tracking though. I really want to see if you just look at kind of this swing high and then this trickle down that we've experienced. It doesn't look bad, even zoomed out on the 6 hour. You can zoom in on the hourly and it looks pretty terrible, but it looks very similar to this swing high of the last rising channel to this swing low, meaning we kind of got a swing high, we got this big dip, we got a little bit of a correction and it failed, and then it dipped again really bad, and then we started bouncing to the upside. Now, similarly, we got this swing high, we got this swing low with a little bit of a bounce, and then we're trickling back down to the downside. And right now the question is, are we going to get support here at the Fibonacci retracement? So let's chart that. Swing low, swing high. You know the story, everybody. I love Fibonacci retracements. But swing low, swing high, support there, bounce. And it would be very similar to, really the entire move that it did last time, which was same thing. Swing low, swing high. You can see the bounce off the Fibonacci. You can even do probably swing low to this swing high where it stalled out. And then if you zoom in on the charts, you can see a bounce right off that Fibonacci retracement. And these higher highs and higher lows are very much illustrated thus far in this current move for Cardano. Always be prepared for downside. Upside scenario, Cardano bounces. It bounces nicely off this entire channel. Maybe it's here, maybe it's down here 95 cents. That is short-term bullish. The bullish move for Cardano to look out for, but we're testing the support area, and this is a support area that we've been just tracking for a while now. We've been talking about it for a while. I know I do bullish videos on Cardano. I'm extremely bullish on Cardano, everything going on. So I wanted to kind of bring it all together and really discuss the mental aspect of it, the things to be prepared for. Zoom out on the charts, find your own risk tolerance. I don't want to, I don't want my macro bullishness on Cardano to mislead anyone, especially on these zoomed in charts. It's a very volatile market. But I want to give you all scenarios so that you can truly, in the moment, just make the most comfortable, best decisions for you and your personal life. So I hope this was of value. Let's track Cardano. Let's see if we can get some support here. Let's see if we get a bounce here, and we'll see what happens. We'll do an update if something crazy happens. Obviously, I appreciate you cruising by. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.